The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Check it out. Move. If you got the nerve.
Talking Heads with Naughty is sponsored by the Bahamas Out Island Promotion Board, BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Dunkin' Donuts, Fidelity Bank Bahamas, Fine Threads, the Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, John's Department Store, J.S. Johnson, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, and Tropical Gyros.
Alarm and form the troops. Send them out into the world, go to war on the fluke. Eye to eye with the enemy you sworn to shoot. Now I'm coming at your neck, sick of hearing something wrong with me, wrong with you. When the cheek just way too small.
Happy Tuesday. The Tuesday edition of Talking Heads is on right here, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Your boy Naughty in your company right up until 6 p.m. You know how to chime in. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325. You can text in on the text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Stream us live and take us wherever you want to go, GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com for the live stream. We're on cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. So all the ways to get us. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on. Now, you know it's a Tuesday edition, so normally we do the Freeport Report during the Dunkin' Donuts coffee break, but... you know, Freeport is busy today. Freeport is buzzing. So, obviously, you know, Sarah's going to chime in a little bit earlier today than normal. So we'll make that a part of our headlines. All right. Who's and what's making headlines in the 242. All brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. And don't forget new arrivals in stock right now. And they got great deals going on over there at Fine Threads as well. All right. And let me get you hooked up on what I call is a steal of a deal. All right. Real easy, effective right now. Any Fine Threads locations, when you walk in, you got a full-price denim jeans. You purchase them, you're going to get the next one of equal or lesser value, absolute. So, if you buy one full-price men's suit or package, you get half off of a boy's suit. So be sure to check out Fine Threads, both locations, Top Hill, Mackey Street, and the Southwest Shopping Plaza, both open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And be sure to check them out online, finethreads.com. See exactly what's going on. Do you shopping online? Then arrange for pickup at any one of those convenient Fine Thread locations. All right. We'll get your brain teaser out there in a minute. Let's go to the Zoom. We got Sarah Kirkby checking in. As always.
It's so busy.
What's the Grand Bahama News got up today? Where are y'all off to? I know you got busy things going on today. So we
do.
I
think thanks to you, people are realizing what paper is a lot more, and the advertising is getting better. So I'm very glad.
People starting to spend the money then.
Yes, hopefully.
Spend the money, buy the paper. It's no longer free. The supplements are no longer free. So spend the money, Grand Bahama. But yeah.
And I thank the advertisers. We're going to go and talk to a couple of them today. So thanks for letting me say that.
No worries. So what you got good for me from Grand Bahama? Or not so good? Or ugly? Let me know.
I'll start with the good. That's a great way to start. I'm going to start with the story we did on the art piece that opened. It's inspired by the environment. It's at the Kelly Circle, which is really it's supposed to be called the Basil T. Kelly Circle. And it's really a beautiful piece. It's supposed to inspire everybody about environment. And just to remember to keep the island clean and beautiful. We're trying to clean everything up, but we want to make sure that people constantly are thinking about the environment. So this is something that the Keep Grand Bahama Clean Committee has done, Waterkeepers Bahamas, and in conjunction with the Port Authority, and hopefully brightening up Grand Bahama and making it a little more beautiful. So that's a very positive story for us today.
All right, well, that's good to know.
It is. And it's your friend Rashima and Joe are involved with that.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, when you said environment, I knew Rashima and Joe had to be involved at some point. So that's always good to know.
And they're all about it here. And then we had a big story for us. It's about Grand Bahama water restoration. As a lot of people know, Grand Bahama always had amazing water. I'll give you guys a really hard time about the water you guys have.
Yeah, now you're going to give us a hard time about spelling being Hugh Campbell. But anyway, next.
But I think we got bust up so many times by the hurricanes, we're just not recovering. And our water that used to flow so beautifully is now very brackish and damaged. And so if you read the story, you'll see that unfortunately that's due to the hurricane damage and unfortunately nothing else but global warming. And it talks about how the Grand Bahama Utility Company is trying to bring our water back. They started a reverse osmosis plant here, and they're blending water to eventually get us back up to WHO standards and improve the water quality in Grand Bahama. It's a really big story. It's a shame that it didn't get, the RO plant maybe didn't start a little bit earlier, but our water has improved significantly since Dorian, and it looks like the GBCU is really trying to put every effort towards getting that done. Of course, we're never satisfied with everything unless it's perfect, so we are hoping for a little bit better.
Well, obviously, brag about not just spelling bees and Hugh Campbell, and you can't really brag about spelling bees anymore too, because Sigmund right here, he's doing his thing.
That's right, boy. I see him.
So at the end of the day, y'all just got Hugh Campbell now. So let's get the water right, so you can still have 2 out of 3 to brag on.
Oh, we gotta have something else. Oh, I definitely know what we have better than y'all. We have better patties than you. I can bet you money on that.
Lies from the depths of hell.
No, Western Bakery has the best patties. And I know from being in Nassau, y'all do not have the best patties. We have them.
Somebody get me a Western patty, because I've never had one.
Okay.
But I will check and re-raise your Western patty with an original bakery. An original patty. I'll check and re-raise you.
I am coming to town on Friday, and I'm going to deliver a Western Bakery patty to your office.
I'll have your original patties right here, ready to go. Both. We beat your mommy, beat the pants off of you, Dad. And don't come with that Hong Kong fooey cold salad with you like you serve down there with mayonnaise in it and all type of, rich craftery.
No. We do none of that mayonnaise like they run in conch salad one. No.
Yeah, stuff, man.
Yeah, no, that ain't happening.
All right.
then we're going to have to start going to Gully Wash next. So that's a whole different story.
You might have a shot there now. You might have a shot there. But as far as the patties, we'll do that taste test next week.
Sounds good. Okay.
And just so you know, and our KFC beat the brakes off your KFC too. Check and re-raise you 2 times on Sunday. Beat the feathers off your KFC.
We had KFC in all the stores before you did. Y'all don't even have a Polo.
Excuse me. Y'all, we don't need no Polo, because that's a Polo Tropical. That's a dead chicken. No, yeah, man. Come on now. Everybody know, man. We beat the brakes off you with the KFC. I didn't even want to go there, but I had to brag.
You had to brag. Well, okay, I'll give you that one. And you also do have Dunkin' Donuts. We don't have that.
I didn't even want to throw that in. That's your kryptonite right there. I just dangled Dunkin's in Freeport. Just start walking across the water. They call me the Pie Dunkin' Piper right there.
Seriously, you should see when people come back from on Western Airlines and Bahamas Air. It's just everybody's carrying off their Dunkin' Donuts. It's hysterical.
My family members know I come in. I get the call from my brother-in-law, and then boom, it's on and popping.
Exactly.
I'm like a Dunkin' Donuts Nino Brown when I touch down.
Okay, our last story was on the hurricanes, and I have to be honest with you, we talked about it before. I totally do not think we were prepared, and the state of affairs in Grand Bahama, I think because we've been through Dorian and we're so sick of it and tired that we just kind of get a little bit lackadaisical, because you're like, it's not coming. If I block it out, it won't happen. Unfortunately, tropical cyclone, which turned into Tropical Storm Alex, kind of gave us a bit of a wake-up call. And we had a serious amount of flooding here. So this story addresses that concern. It talks about NEMA, their issues, and also the Port Authority, who has started a new call center specifically about hurricanes and other things that you can call in and report about, especially drainage, which is a big issue. And so they've just put out a story today, actually, that the Port Authority has done $80,000 worth of drain cleanage to help with the problems we've been having with flooding here. As I know, Nassau's been having the same thing.
Same issues too, with drain cleaning issues as well too. That's a major problem why we got our flooding too.
Yeah, so that's the good news for Freeport. We're doing well.
All right.
There's a lot of things happening. The big one I know you and I are both concerned about is the airport. We're waiting to get and hopefully have an update on that maybe next week. And we're waiting for that. The FP, I think it's called the FPO, to find out what's happening there and see, who they're going to get to come in. But we all want this new airport. These flights are getting ridiculous to fly in here. Luckily, we have some great cruise opportunities. But, a lot of people like to fly. You got to get to those stores quickly.
You definitely need that. So good again this week. Thanks for checking in. We'll check in with you again next week. We got more time, and we'll break everything down and keep us posted on the airport, like I said. So I'll let you handle your business. And thanks again for chiming in as always, Sarah. And remember, always get the supplement on Tuesdays, all right? But you got to pay for it.
That's right.
Spend the money.
Thank you so much, and I'll be bringing that patty to you on Friday.
And you'll be losing on Friday, too, but you'll enjoy original patties. I'll tell you that much right there. All right, and I get you some of that good Nassau KFC, too, man. I had to take back, so you'll be telling me all the real good stuff. Take me to the break there, Mr. Producer. Flip side of the break, man, we'll continue talking heads. All right, we'll continue the conversation. We're wrapping up the headlines, like I said. I heard all the headlines out there in Freeport in Grand Bahama, and don't forget, still making headlines here in New Providence. Long Island MP still up on corruption charges. That continues to blaze up the pages of the Nassau Guardian, as well as leader of the opposition, Mr. Michael Pintard. The F&M stands with Gibson. Minister of Education, Ms. Glenys Hanna Martin, government to build new schools on San Salvador. Sounds like a good move right there. Cooper touts benefits of new agency for investors. It's the Minister of Investments, Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Chester Cooper. All right, that's your headlines, all brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. On the flip side of the break, we'll pick up the buzz in the 242, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. The Global Woman, brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. And then we'll get up into my Dunkin' Donuts coffee break. Toward the bottom of the hour, well, you know, we'll pick it up with some open lines as well. And don't forget, in the 5 o'clock hour, special guest today in the sports segment, Minister of Youth Sports and Culture, Mr. Mario Boleg. We'll have a great conversation. All things sports coming up in the 5 o'clock session right here on Talking Heads, which continues right after the break, right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Don't touch it.
Boy, why you look so mashed up like clothes at the washer?
No, boy, just a hard day, boy.
Hard day? What happened? The breakfast lady ran out of tuna and gritty.
We need to start joking with everything, you know. This serious, boy. This real serious, boy.
Boy, what's serious? Tell me.
All right, well, today, boss gave us, boy, one big contract. And nobody else get a chance and nobody say nothing.
Boy, you know that ain't right. You know government contracts ain't supposed to go that way.
Yeah, but nobody's saying nothing. Boss man just tell people to sign the papers. Then he send me to meet his boy downtown and collect this envelope.
You need to tell somebody. You need to become a whistleblower.
You know I's a real man, but I never blow no whistle. I be drunk all my life in Junkanoo.
No way. A whistleblower is someone who tells people what they see when they see something wrong happening at work.
But I ain't no whistleblower, and I ain't no snitch. I still white there, you know.
Boy, ain't nobody can know it's you. All you gotta do is call Crime Stoppers, or you could text them from inside the Crack Crime Bahamas app. They don't ask about you. Straight through to Miami, so nobody know you is. And if you text, your message get mixed up like Kong Salad.
Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands.
You don't have to rise and shine to enjoy Dunkin's Big Breakfast Bundle. Our all-day breakfast sandwich made with your choice of sausage, ham, or bacon comes with crisp hash browns, a freshly brewed medium coffee, your favorite Dunkin' donut, and a bottle of refreshing Dasani water. The Big Breakfast Bundle will satisfy you, whether you're an early bird or not. Power up your day with Dunkin' Big Breakfast Bundle. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
The boys them going on a bad trip, dog. Partying and hanging on the Family Island.
You lie.
I telling you, Dubs. Hey, but since only enough money for one plane ticket, one of us got to fit in that bag.
That Lucas fit inside the bag then, T.
Well, I was thinking with the perpendicularity of the bag and the spatial structure of your body, you could have just hopped in it right quick.
But T.
I know, Dubs, it kind of small, but I can slap one handle with care sticker on the bag.
No, T, I trying to tell you, the promotion say 2 fly free. That means 2 people could go.
2?
2.
I saw it. I can take this gal, man.
Grab your friends and head to the Family Islands. With the 2 Fly Free campaign, there's no better time than now. Go to BahamasResidence.com for more information.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great places and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
Need to satisfy your late night munchies? KFC drive-thrus are open and frying until midnight every night of the week. Whether you're craving juicy KFC chicken, fries, and biscuit, or one of our signature KFC sandwiches, we've got you covered with 100% KFC flavor. Catch some late-night vibes and take a ride to your neighborhood KFC for after-dark satisfaction. Last call to get fueled by KFC fried chicken is midnight. Late-night cravings at KFC Nassau. It's finger-licking good.
Continues right here, right now on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. And of course, I told you I had the brain teaser for you. I wanted to get the Freeport report out of the way today because we had to speed it up a little bit. But definitely, I got a good one for you. As a matter of fact, it's a pretty good one. Recent survey of 100 Bahamians, professionals in the workplace, in the workforce, 50 men, 50 women. Survey revealed that women do this at work twice as many times or twice as often as men do. What do they do at work twice as much as men? And out of the survey, out of the 50 people surveyed, 50 men, 50 women, professionals, survey revealed that 35%, like I said, do this at work. And women twice as much as men. That should remind me now on the top of the news, at 5 o'clock hour, to get your answer in. You know how to chime in. It's 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Text lines are wide open, powered by BTC, 422-GR96. You can stream us live, GuardianTalkRadio.com. Take us wherever you want to go, GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. No, not sleep. No, not use the restroom. No, not look in the mirror. Not the restroom. Nope. So, while y'all try to figure out the answer, we'll get into the buzz. And the buzz is brought to you by John Hughes. And John reminds you, in addition to your fast fashion, your workwear, your new arrivals early in the week, Monday and Tuesday. Wide selection of clocks for the big guys and for the men and for the boys. John's now has smart home appliances and cookware available for you also. Available at both locations, John's Plaza Carmichael and the flagship store over there on Rosetta. So be sure to check them out in both locations today. Because remember, with John's, serving you is a pleasure. So, the buzz being, Speaker of the House, it continues today. Now listen, again, and I heard some other people's shows today, and they share the same sentiment that I shared yesterday. Some of the things that the speaker said needed to be said. They weren't delivered the most diplomatically. They weren't delivered the most professionally. They weren't delivered the most politically correct or politically correctly. But at the end of the day, it makes us dot I's and cross T's where it needs to be and due diligence where it needs to be. Maybe the approach was a little wrong. Maybe the delivery was a little savage and a little harsh. Maybe that needs to be worked on. But at the end of the day, opinions were offered. And yesterday, and I said yesterday, the present speaker seems to be using the same playbook as the previous speaker. And everybody is going to remember them when it's all said and done. Regardless of where they end up politically or on the political battlefield, or where they elevate, they will always be remembered as their time as speaker. I mean, they will go down in infamy. Is that the new order, though? The new way forward? The people are going to be checked in the House by the speaker? Is that what it is? I mean, moving forward, people, I guess, need to know the rules of engagement. But what say you? That's what's really making the buzz and making the rounds. What say you guys? Was the speaker out of line? Which was a delivery bad, but the message was needed to be delivered? You think it's a total train wreck and a total fiasco, the past speaker and the present speaker? Do you think it's a new generation of speakers and this is the way they're going compared to other speakers around the globe? I mean, talking heads when it comes to this. Hey, Naughty, it's no, you chimed in it. Wait, listen, if I had to step back and read this, you're actually answering the question, but you chimed in at such a point in time, I thought you were taking a shot at the speaker. Anyway, no, it's not smoke, it's not yawn, and it's not educate themselves or further their education. Drinking coffee and taking coffee breaks, yeah, it's good answers. Good answers, but that's not it. Very good answers. Not hugs either. They're hugging on the job. What? What's going on now? Give gifts. Give Christmas gifts. Look in the mirror. No. None of the above. So let's say you on the position of the speaker. I think the delivery needs some work. I think the presentation needs some work. I need to tone it down a couple of notches. You know, like Ice Cube, protect yourself because you don't want to really get out there and get a reputation. And when things do go haywire for you, because of said reputation that precedes you, you're not going to find that sympathy in the public domain. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Nutty, what's going on, man?
What's going on, my brother?
Yeah, man. This speaker thing, all that is a distraction. You know, these folks need to go into Parliament and legislate on the behalf of us all, you know?
Right.
Especially the poor. They need to legislate for us, you know? We don't need that show what's going on.
But I feel like the below, you know, the poverty line or what we determine as poor. And a lot of times they want to say, well, there's a middle class. I don't think there's a behemoth middle class. I think there is a middle class, but it wears a necktie and carries a briefcase from foreign, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, the last a couple of years before this present administration took over, during the past administration, and pre-pandemic, there was like 52% of the people just like right above the poverty line. I think post-pandemic now they're below that poverty line. And
that's right above the poverty line,
right.
So you know they ain't middle class.
No, and with the pandemic and now those numbers could have switched. Do you understand what I'm saying? It could have gone a different way. So at the end of the day, my point is, yeah, I'm with you. You need legislation for all and sundry when you get in there, and you need representation for all and sundry, not special interest groups anymore. Or the select few.
Remember, Minister saying you just can't do it this time, but
yeah, I remember
you
he
need
said
all
a
of them
lot.
to do it all the time.
He said a lot.
When are they going to get to the poor man? You know?
Yeah, well, but obviously that was, you know, airbagging as usual on the political trail.
How long we been talking with the speaker now? And then we can be talking about dissent for a while. What we talking about?
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, Gardner,
You're wasting your time, and you could be talking about something more constructive, you know, with people who really need us.
I think, you know, it's you know, a lot of beating up the gums. Like, yeah, maybe the delivery wasn't the greatest, but maybe the message and the intention was.
That can't put no bread in my mouth, the poor man mouth.
Yeah.
That can't put in baseball and Mario for them on.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. You're on that run.
No, I don't need to be on that run.
You are truly my Robin Hood. Take from the rich and give to the poor.
They dealing with the best of two evils. That's the debate. They trying to say who's the best. Who's the best? You know, the best of the evils.
Lesser of the two evils.
That's what it's about. That's all they're debating.
That's better as voters over the last, 20, 30, 40 years. We deserve better, man. We've been seeing the same movie over and over again. We need better representation.
Yeah,
we need to change the political process, the political culture, the way we have campaign, financing. We need campaign reform.
Right.
We need a lot of things going on. We need the Freedom of Information Act. Right. We need MPs to declare like when they're supposed to declare and know that they're supposed to declare and don't play dumb like they didn't know they were supposed to declare.
We need them to go in Parliament and wake for us, man. That's what we need to do. We ain't the best of two evil. We ain't need that.
Well, guess what? I'm with you on that there, Gardner, and I know I get back from you in 5 o'clock because you know we got to talk about them Golden State Warriors being up 3-2 on them Boston Celtics. Like I told you.
Let me deal with that and get that out of the way. You know, like I wanted to get to yesterday with the minister on.
No, but guess what? We got
the minister.
But listen, we got the minister of youth, sports and culture coming
Not
up
the
today.
minister thing. I mean the minister.
Yeah, you're talking about the press
what do you
secretary
mean?
from the BBA, Mr. Teddy Sweeting yesterday.
Right, that's what they're talking about.
But today we got Mr. Mario Bole coming for you to chime back in. Because we'll be talking Celtics and we'll be talking Warriors before we get to him. So hold it for then, because I got the phones blowing up and I got to get to the text. But I feel you, man. I know Robin has. I got you. I feel you. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Naughty one, what's going on?
What's going on, my brother?
Everything's solid.
Know the ledge. How the hell are you?
Well, just holding there, but not a lot. LeBron is still the king. Anyway,
you sound like the Bahamian Wayne Brady when you say that, and I rebuke that lie about LeBron in the name of Jesus, who is the real king.
LeBron is still the king. But listen, a couple of things get revealed in the speaker's utterances, right? One, that culture of us being eye servants, for example. You know what that is, right?
Yes, sir.
Sure. When we brace up when the boss reads. Now, it was reported that the relevant agencies, i.e. Works and BPL, were on the scene when this call was supposedly made. I haven't heard anybody refute those claims that the individuals who are assigned specifically to the National Emergency Management Agency, they would have been on the scene, right?
But allegedly, supposedly, yes.
Yeah, but even more importantly than that, right? It exposes something else about the way that we do things here as well. LaRota is the man responsible that Captain Russell would have reported to anyway, right?
Pardon?
The minister responsible for a national emergency. Captain Russell manages. Isn't that LaRota that's responsible?
I think that falls under LaRota's portfolio. I'll have to double check that. Yeah, but I think that is.
It does. Okay,
I think he's responsible for that.
Okay, so here's where some more things gets exposed. If that's the minister responsible, you don't think that LaRota would have immediately been in contact with the prime minister of the country? And I understand her looking out for her constituents, which is an honorable thing. It was that she actually spoke. I can't take that away from her.
He. LaRota is a he, not a she.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No. I was talking about the speaker.
Okay.
Of course.
But I ran into one, so I wanted to just make sure there was no,
my apologies. My whole point is simply this. The prime minister, I'm sure, would have been advised or given a briefing, right? Why are you messing around technically? Speak with your colleague and counterpart if you want an update or an assessment. All that reveals is a breakdown in communication, and this isn't any attack. But there's protocols that are in place and a rank and file. You don't need to go to the source. The PM would have been briefed, right?
Right.
Or she could have gone to her colleague, LaRota, and gotten an update as opposed to going directly to the gentleman on the ground. If people were in place. What most people don't realize is the best of you as a manager in any situation really is when you're not there, how your people perform when nobody watching them. And if the people were on the ground doing their assessments and trying to ascertain how they were going to proceed, what's the problem? All of those things make it seem for me that it was more personal than anything else. I think she dropped the ball there. Personally, and exposed maybe some communication challenges in how we do things or how our government does things. And maybe it's an opportunity for us to do things a little bit better.
Okay, I get all that. But do you think that the message, the underlying message that was coded in such harshness actually might have been needed to be delivered? Maybe in a little more diplomatically?
Well, Naughty. See,
and Lord knows I'm not trying to defend the speaker. I'm just trying to look at it from all angles because at the end of the day,
I hear you.
That's our money that deals with NEMA. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to know what's really happening with our money because I get a little upset when I found out that after all the hell and damnation Abaco has been through, the lies, the alibis, the untruths, the campaign promises, the fake news, the fake promises, for lack of a better word, out of airbagging that they still have no foundation, let alone any hurricane shelter down there, which was promised by the previous and present administration to get done.
I hear you, Naughty, but we have to be careful that we don't get the messaging mixed up and convoluted.
But that's what
Because
I'm
those
saying.
are
Back to the
totally-
point, the delivery, I think, might have been way wrong, but the messaging needed to be decoded, you know?
I honestly, for me, I can be rude with you. I kind of disagree because guess why? You know full well as management with your various entities, it's not always the message. The message gets lost if your delivery is off, but the message needs to be transmitted. And if because of how you want to do certain things, it gets lost in translation, then you lose anyway. The game plan still has to be executed. And if there are some challenges that need to be addressed, who's going to hear the message after that type of an attack? So that's important in some moments too.
I agree to an extent with what you're saying, but at the end of the day, you have to look at now her capacity. You know what I mean? And maybe sometimes she feels like ruffled. Maybe she going in, number one, being a woman and realizing how it is in the house there, and amongst other peers, and it took forever for them to find a posting for her. At the end of the day,
that's got nothing to do.
You think she might go in there with a little chip on her shoulder?
But guess what? Even if that's the case, even in your capacity from the speaker's chair in the House, that in and of itself is a disgrace to the chair itself. This ain't no defense of nobody. I don't care.
All right. Listen, I got a text her. Wrong. EOC is activated. The EOC disseminates information. The EOC updates the executive. The speaker was right in capitals. Her delivery was completely wrong. You can't have this one and the one passing. Wait. You can't have this one and that one passing on information that they hear from two people down the chain. No one in the executive should have been calling around trying to find out what was going on. That just came in from a texter. And that was in regards to your call. So I'm going to let you respond.
But that's what I said. When I said to you then, you don't think that Captain Russell would have went ahead and briefed the Prime Minister first and foremost? You don't think that would have been his first? And I don't know what the internal protocols are for the emergency management team. But I would assume that the Prime Minister and his executive, i.e. cabinet, even if just him, they would have been briefed immediately on the happenings.
Well, the text is trying to say the actual protocol is the EOC updates the executive. The speaker was right. Her delivery was wrong. So,
but isn't that what I would have said?
Yeah, I mean, you did say that would have been briefed. So that comes from obviously. But anyway, to me, that's semantics. I think at the end of the day, the text has got, and it boils back to what I said. I think the delivery was completely horrible, man.
If she wanted to deal with him in that capacity, after you would have taken off your fancy wig and your big, heavy black attire, outside at your constituency office with your constituents who would have complained to you, I think it would have been a little bit different than doing it from the speaker's chair.
All right, Nordage.
Maybe.
I appreciate the chime in as always, man. I got some texts here blowing up the text line, so I want to get to that. And we got another caller. I can get right to you in 1 second. Let me get right to the text lines. Naughty, good day. The speaker didn't remain in the chair to accept her rebuke from Miles LaRota, who was responsible for NEMA, but conveniently took a break and allowed the deputy speaker into the chair. So I'm sure he'll wait and address it when she comes back, right? Naughty. No, the speaker is part of the executive. She's MP of the affected community. So your caller is still wrong. Okay, yeah, you and the caller got issues there. I say, I like this one. I like it. A good little debate going on, side debate. I like it. I feel this continued talk on the speaker while there are so many more important resolve shows the immaturity of us as a people. We truly are gullible. We truly are distracted. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on, Double J?
I'm fine, man. I'm great. See, my thing is, right, I want to talk about a couple of things, right, because I'm several different chats, and they send a nice voice note onto me on these two chats, because, I really born in the area.
Right.
And, I deal with certain matters, and he say some good things, right, that's what I'm trying to do, because I respect a bit highly.
Well, he's called it, man. I mean, one thing about DeWitt, what I respect him for, he's a harsh, staunch PLP, but he'll call them out when he feels they need to be called out.
Exactly. That's why I love the brother. Right.
And F&M as well, and other people in between. So, me and him kind of cut from the same cloth, so I ain't got no problem with it.
As we see it. See this country, what people don't understand in this country, we had guys who young girls and boys who was in school from COVID-19 or how can they, that's 3 years, they was 14, 15, 16.
Right.
They ain't going to school. They ain't fully educated. They children. I hear the question contesting, and all these bunch of leftist groups talking about all this gay rights and all this bunch of stupid rights they try to put on us. They be human children. And anybody who have a business want people who could read and write. Particularly if you in the field, in the construction in the field. Because we cut people what wrong, that means I lose. And don't let it be finished with. You see, we need to stop playing games in this country, man. We need to govern, man. The PLP to govern now, and for everybody, stop the nonsense, man.
Yeah, I
Stop
mean,
the nonsense. I can call it as I see it. And with the lady who, I don't call nobody Jones, I don't call baby dumb stupid. Miss, settle down, because if that's somebody else you talk to like that, you can get away with the stupidness. Trust me. Behave yourself, woman. Nobody's scared of no politician, no police, no judge in this country no more. Y'all can't see what's happening? It's only a matter of time, Lord. I'm not in the street, but say what happened in the country, you know. Just govern and do the right things, man, and leave the people alone.
I agree, JJ. Anyway, I don't know if we lost you or you cut out there, but I agree. At the end of the day, people are tired of the posturing, the pontificating. They just want, on campaign promises, delivery on things that, governments say that they're going to put in place. Because at the end of the day, that's what they base their future on, the opportunity to progress and buy into something. And then for it not to happen or come to fruition, it's very disenfranchising. So at the end of the day, you have to address and enforce and implement some of these things that people are, desperately wanting to hear on the campaign trail. And it's almost like playing with people's emotions. We got to get over that. Voters need to stop allowing politicians to play with their emotions. And politicians need to stop playing with the voters' emotions. Because at the end of the day, here we sit with some people empowered, some people disenfranchised, some people just sitting there saying it's the same old, under whatever administration, we get the short end of the stick. And at the end of the day, I think everybody wants that just a level playing field to play. Now, Naughty, behave yourself, woman. Who is JJ talking to? JJ, who were you talking to? I mean, I thought that was a generalization. I don't think he should have been going out to anybody in particular. Not the speaker. I don't think he was talking about the speaker like that. Could he have been? I think he was just generalizing himself. I don't know. It's mighty big words if he was directing the speaker. But do you think, does she need to tone it down a little bit? I think there's a lot of public opinion that says, tone it down. Tone it down, tone it down, tone it down. Anyway, we'll go to the break right now, wrapping up the buzz, and we'll continue this conversation, and we'll open up the lines for my Dunkin' Donuts coffee break on the flip side of the break, and I'll open up the lines for you on this Tuesday edition of Talking Heads, and we'll chop it up. Whatever you want to talk about on that flip side, we will get into. And then don't forget, in the 5 o'clock hour, my special guest, Minister of Youth Sports and Culture, Mr. Mario Boleg, will be in studio with me. We'll have a great conversation. We'll talk all things sports, local Bahamian events coming up, international Bahamian athletes doing big things internationally. All right? And what we got lined up here at the stadium and so on and so forth. A lot of things to talk about. And we're going to continue the conversation on the flip side of the break right here. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Need to satisfy your late night munchies? KFC drive-thrus are open and frying until midnight every night of the week. Whether you're craving juicy KFC chicken, fries, and biscuit, or one of our signature KFC sandwiches, we've got you covered with 100% KFC flavor. Catch some late-night vibes and take a ride to your neighborhood KFC for after-dark satisfaction. Last call to get fueled by KFC fried chicken is midnight. Late-night cravings at KFC Nassau. It's finger-licking good. With fine style, with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. With fine style, with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
That's right, boys and girls. Get ready to play basketball at the 34th Annual Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, July 4th through July 29th at the Kendall J. Isaacs Gym, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. daily. So parents, get your boys and girls ages 5 through 18 registered now. Applications available at the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, Tonic Williams Darling Highway, and at the registration desk at Campsite Kendall J. Isaacs Gym. Special appearances by NBA players, legends, and coaches. So get your boys and girls registered now, ages 5 through 18, for the 34th Annual Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, July 4th through July 29th.
When I had got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. The Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. It's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
Let Dunkin' put the good back into morning with our delicious breakfast sandwiches. Enjoy a fluffy egg topped with American cheese and bacon, ham, or savory sausage on your choice of a flaky croissant, a warm bagel, or a toasted English muffin. Choose your favorite and have breakfast just the way you like it. Make it a combo with golden hash browns and a freshly brewed coffee. And get rising and shining with Dunkin' breakfast sandwiches today. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
Talking Heads continues right here, right now. Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Going to get up into my global warming. We're heating up the planet in 60 seconds or less, and then we'll open up the lines and slide up into my Dunkin' Donuts coffee break. And don't forget, it's all about Crazy Tuesdays, and global warming is brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. It's all about Crazy Tuesdays, all right? Yes. Get that KFC going on a Tuesday night. Get that crazy, wild, good sensation of that finger-licking KFC each and every Tuesday with 8 pieces of chicken for the wild price of only $15. All right, so taste the KFC Crunch on Tuesdays. It's crazy wild good, and it's always finger-licking good, and it's always waiting for you at your favorite KFC locations whose drive-thrus, midnight, Monday through Sunday, midnight, available for you. KFC drive-thru, open until midnight. So ample opportunity for you to get your finger-licking on with KFC Nassau. All right? All right, let's check out the global warming real quick. We're heating up the planet in 60 seconds or less, like I told you. All brought to you by KFC Nassau. Queen Elizabeth has passed the King of Thailand to become the second longest-serving monarch ever to rule. Jennifer Hudson nabbed a Tony Award on Sunday for A Strange Loop, which she co-produced, getting her into the EGOT Club. She's now won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. All of those awards. Awesome stuff. Jesse Tyler Ferguson let it be known that the spinoff of Modern Family has a script. Now will it happen? IKEA Norway has built a name bank with more than 800 listings available on its website, featuring all of the names of all of the products that they've ever done over the years. Wow, who really cares? What else is happening? Canned Jack and Coke is to hit stores as part of Coca-Cola and Brown Freeman deal. Yes, I love it. Hey, Kermit, you hear that? Jack and Coke in the can, all ready to go. That is a little bit of heaven right there. Oh, yeah. It's going to be all good. It's all good. So Ringo Starr has postponed the remainder of his Northern American Summer Tour due to 2 positive COVID-19 tests his all-star band had, or he and his band had. Country singer Toby Keith revealed that he's been in a fight with stomach cancer. I spent the last 6 months receiving chemo, radiation, and surgery. So far, so good. I need time to breathe, recover, and relax. Ozzy Osbourne had surgery yesterday, described by his wife Sharon and that he's going to determine the rest of his life. All right? The rest of the way. All right? And obviously, he's got to pull things back, Yeah. Finally, after all these years, I think you got to give everything up, Ozzy. Get it together. Finally, Kourtney Kardashian's 7-year-old son, Rain, is sporting a mohawk haircut these days. He called it quits again after a second attempt at being a couple. That's a wrap right there on your Kiss and Tell segment and your global warming and all of that good stuff rolled up into one. All brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Yes, good afternoon, Noddy.
Yes, what's going on?
Yes, Noddy. Everybody focusing on the speaker, right? Which, like you said, the delivery may have been off-keyed, right? But what she said brought light to a situation that we have every year. Every year we have natural disaster in terms of hurricane, right? Now, the question I think we should be debating is, how is it that NEMA didn't know that a tornado touched down in her constituency? Because they said that they were working in the Cowpen Road area, and they didn't know that the constituencies suffered any danger, any roof damages and stuff like that. So how is it that NEMA didn't know that that area didn't suffer damage and stuff like that? And another thing, I think some good things came out of that, because I could bet your top dollar, when we have another natural disaster, I think NEMA is going to react.
Oh, yeah. It ain't that's for darn sure.
I think they're going to react, on the button, because now all eyes will be on how they react. But the big question is, how did NEMA didn't know that they had a disaster in that area? Why?
When I see all the things that were not done or allegedly not done, I really think it was a case of getting caught with your pants down, like you just wasn't prepared. This one time you lacked preparedness. And it's better that it happened now rather than later. It shouldn't happen at all, but if it has to happen, let it happen now on a dry run rather than in the midst of a potential natural disaster.
Exactly, but we have this hurricane pass through this country almost like every year. So I may be preparing for a natural disaster, right?
And
like
really,
we should learn from Dorian and stuff.
You know why God give us tornadoes? Because we Bahamians, hurricanes, because we Bahamians like the slump. We need a couple of weeks to prepare for the hurricane. We don't do tornadoes well. You see the States? Come on. They just have Tornado Alley. They just have tornado. And hey, we're prepared in seconds. We know when a tornado's coming. We know what to do.
Wow.
We can't do that. You can imagine we have tornadoes on a regular, the way we like to slunk and drag our feet.
But Noddy, it's nothing.
So that's why God give us hurricanes, to give us time, because He knows we slump.
There's nothing you can do probably like a hurricane just spring up, but then after the fact, you should be prepared just to move in and deal with the situation just like a hurricane. It would be just like a hurricane situation.
Correct. You got to be able to go once you know what you're up against.
You're right.
You got to get in and do your due diligence.
So the question should be asked: why is that area wasn't attention wasn't given to that area immediately after the passage of the tornado?
That's a great question, but we too busy trying to figure out, why the speaker seems to be so grumpy these days.
So I think we focus on the wrong things. But
I agree.
I think once you see this happen again, you could rest assured the reaction is going to be the same.
There you go. Well, I appreciate your contribution, man. Some great points you brought up today, man. Keep it coming, all right? Let me get to this other caller. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Noddy, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on?
Papa here. Thank God for life.
Hey, what's going on, Papa? You good?
Yeah, man. Thank God for life.
All the time.
Yeah, listen, I know you celebrate I don't know how you celebrate Father's Day, but I want to say Happy Father's Day to you just in case.
Thank you, my brother. I would take that gladly. How I celebrate it, preferably with a good Jack Daniels at the end of it all with my feet up.
Jack and Coke in the can?
Oh, did you hear that revelation and innovation?
Yeah.
As soon as it hits here, Papa, I got a 6-pack for me and you, all right?
Yeah. Enough respect, though. Happy Father's Day to
Thank
all
you,
the
and same way to you, man.
And even the stepdaddies, them, too, because they play a role, too.
There you go.
Noddy, you said the Minister of Sports coming in.
Yeah.
You said Mario coming in?
He'll be in the 5 o'clock hour. That's my guest today. Minister of Youth, Sports, and Culture.
Get these questions in from him, please.
Go ahead. What you want?
I don't want to find out.
You could call back and ask him yourself, right? But anyway.
Yeah, but I don't want to interrupt you when you want to work, because I think you ain't been to St. Andrews for nothing. You can do a good job.
Thanks, man.
Listen, I was wondering, like, that thing that we had, I think they don't call it Junkanoo Carnival no more. They call it Bahamas Carnival. I don't know if that come under the ministry because he might have culture in this ministry. I don't want to know if we to spend any money on that this year from the Bahamian government. If we still is like spend money on them. I know when it first started, I don't know if it's 30. I don't know how much millions of dollars we spent.
I think it was like 13 million on the first Junkanoo Carnival. It was a big investment.
I would know, as a new minister, him coming in, I think we just had Bahamas Carnival the other day. I would know if that's just like was a private to do, name the Bahamas Carnival, or the government might have thrown a couple.
But didn't they say that after a certain period of time that the government initially after putting up the 13 million that after a certain period of time or a certain amount of years that they would turn it over to private entities to deal with that?
Yeah, I think I remember them saying, and that's one of the reasons I want you to ask him to see if they still fall in what they say they could do, or if they still throw in money at that.
All right, gotcha. That's one.
The second thing, I don't know if he able to say if it's feasible or possible for us to consider a national lottery. We've been talking about it for some time now, and I talking about something where we either subcontract or let firm manage it or something like that. So it can help with sports, and we can treat the athletes more better, build more track and fields and pools all over the country, and teach young people how to swim and stuff like that. You know, I talking about a national lottery. We've been talking it for some time now. Then you remember the AAA relay thing what they had here? Ron, before 2017. Naughty.
Uh-huh.
You remember
I'm listening.
The relay?
Which ones are you talking about? Are you talking about the IAAF World Relays? Are you
Yes,
talking
sir.
about
Yes,
the
sir. That's what I'm
one?
talking about.
Okay.
Final from him, if it's any truth, I don't know if I overheard someone say they bring in that back, and we have to spend millions of
It is on the docket. It was mentioned that they're going to bring them back. Now, obviously, the prior administration said that they weren't feasible financially.
Well, I think we're still in that situation. Ain't too far.
So we'll ask that question. We'll ask that question.
The question is, are we prepared to put millions of dollars into this for publicity, or are we going to skip this one for now until we get a little better? That's just three simple questions, Naughty.
But I got all three. But I wish you would call back because you always make good contributions.
I try to, Naughty, but I may just.
But I got them. I got them down. All right. Run them by me again. Let me make sure. The first and foremost, right? The Junkanoo. No. Let me go down how I got them. Okay. The Junkanoo, the funding of the Junkanoo Carnival, is it now privately, dealt with, or are we still funding that?
And how much we spend this time since he was.
All right.
If any.
Boom. That's one. Then the National Lottery, number 2. Mm-hmm. And your third one? I want to make sure.
The third one is the AAA.
The AAA, right? The IAAF relays.
If we prepare to get involved with that, and we have to spend millions of dollars again for publicity, knowing that the former government was in that position.
I got them all down. See, I wanted to be Pacific and specific. You know how that goes.
And thanks to the government for putting some things. I don't know if they say duty free, so I don't know if WAT's still on it, but they talk about chicken, they talk about fruits, and they talk about different things. Them in this budget, what they do, we said take the VAT off the bread basket items. Now all they need to consider the people them who have to consider if they can buy that food or buy medicine. I say take the damn VAT off the medicine also. Keep up the good work.
All right, Mom, Papa, be safe. You too, my brother. Be safe and keep your contribution candid. All right, Mr. Producer, I think that's time. We got to get ready for the news at the top of the 5 o'clock hour. Great contributions on my talking heads the first hour. Good stuff. Last text of the hour. Naughty, I live in the Cowpen Road area and was shocked at the destruction of my property when I arrived home. I did not call my MP, but we got to work cleaning up. Bahamians need to stop being so dependent on Papa government. All right. And finally, the answer to the trivia question. None of you are right. Women do it 2 times as much as men at work. 35% of Bahamians admit doing it in the professional workspace. Take off their shoes. Like my producer got his shoes off right now. Cool. Anyhow, that's your answer. We don't have a winner today. We'll double it up tomorrow. Great first hour. We'll take a quick break. Right after the news, we'll be back at you right here on Talking Heads. We'll talk all things sports. Our special guest in the 5 o'clock hour, Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, Mr. Mario Bole. Keep it right where you got it. Talking Heads continues right after the news, right here on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app have the art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
A local paper in Grand Bahama is back every Tuesday as a section of the Nassau Guardian. Available at local stores, gas stations, pharmacies, Western Bakery, and Bellevue Gifts. Daily and, of course, on Tuesdays too. Want to reach your Grand Bahama audience? Then call Barefoot Marketing at 827-4578 or message them for ad rates via their Facebook page. Advertising opportunities now include classified ads too. Keep up with all the latest Grand Bahama news in the Guardian newspaper every Tuesday.
We're good for you. We know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches. We're good for you.
We're back at you right here, Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We're into the 5 o'clock hour. Our special guest is going to be Minister of Youth, Sports, and Culture, Mr. Mario Boleg. He should be along in short order. If he is running late for a function or from a function or still held up with the business of the nation, we'll have to reschedule. But as of now, he's tentatively still on his way to be here. So I'll keep you posted on that for all of you who texted me already. We'll set off the 5 o'clock hour like we always do when we talk sports. With Today in Sports History, all brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. Well-weather trip out there to the Old Fort Shopping Plaza Monday through Friday. Great for lunch and dinner. Then on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, great for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast starting at 9 a.m. Don't forget the Businessman's Lunch Special, Monday through Friday. You're in and you're out within your lunch hour. And it's only $13.95, all right? And it's a different special daily. The one staple they have Thursday, split pea soup and dumpling every Thursday, and it's all good. Don't miss out on that. Naughty Johnny's, well-weather trip, like I say, out to the Old Fort Shopping Plaza. Happy hour every Wednesday, every Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. So go indulge and enjoy out there at Naughty Johnny's. Give them a call. See what they got going on. 377-7776. Well-weather trip, like I always tell you, to the Old Fort Shopping Plaza. All right. So let's kick it off with Today in Sports, brought to you by Naughty Johnny's. And today, of course, is June 14th, Tuesday, June 14th, 2022. And on this day in 1963, Duke Snider of the New York Mets hit his 400th career home run. 1964, the St. Louis Cardinals traded Ernest Broglio for Chicago Cub Lou Brock. Brock's career with the St. Louis Cardinals. 1969, Reggie Jackson hit 2 home runs and drove in 10 runs in a 21-17 victory over the Boston Red Sox. And he was obviously playing for the Oakland Athletics at the time. 1987, the Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA title by defeating the defending Boston Celtics. I remember that very well. Very well. It's the one where, Kareem did his thing. James Worthy stepped up big. Magic had a little baby hook in Game 3 across the lane in Boston Garden over McHale, over Bird, over Parrish. Thing of beauty. And then ran straight into the locker room. Over. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the good old Laker days. 1992, the Chicago Bulls won the NBA championships by beating the Portland Trailblazers. That was their second title in a row. 1994, the New York Rangers won the Stanley Cup by defeating the Vancouver Canucks. It was the first time the Rangers had won the Cup in 54 years. And they ain't done nothing since. 1996, Cal Ripken Jr. broke Sachio Kinuguaz. All right, Kinuguaz. That's his name, Sachio Kinuguaz. A record of 2,216 consecutive game plays. All right, and that's over there in, that's the Major League record. He set it in Japan. Ripken obviously set it in Major League Baseball. 1996, Jeff Bagwell of the Houston Astros tied a Major League Baseball record when he hit 4 doubles. The Astros beat the San Francisco Giants 9-1. 1996, John Smoltz of the Atlanta Braves tied a franchise record with his 13th consecutive win. 1996, Ellis Burks hit his first inside the park home run, or hit the first inside the park home run in Coors Field. 1995, the Chicago Bulls won their 3rd straight NBA championship and the 6th of the decade. That was truly a dynasty. 2002, the U.S. beat Mexico 2-0 and advanced to the World Cup quarterfinals. It was the best showing in the World Cup for the U.S. since 1930. 2002, Sammy Sosa, Mr. Baseball, has been very, very good to me. The Chicago Cubs hit his 25th home run of the season. The home run tied him with Stan Musial and Willie Stargell for 19th on the all-time list at 475 homers. 2003, the Frankfurt Galaxy became the first team in the NFL Europe League to win 3 World Bowls. 2004, Jim Thome of the Philadelphia Phillies became the 37th player in Major League history to reach 400 career home runs. 2005, the Detroit Pistons defeated the San Antonio Spurs 96-79 in Game 3 of the NBA Finals. It was the first time in history that the first 3 games had been decided by 15 points or more. 2009, Phil Jackson of the Los Angeles Lakers recorded his 10th NBA title as a coach. And your sports quote for today, in Sports History, all brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. Luck is the residue of design. Branch Rickey, former owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers baseball team. You remember that. All right. Now, text to chiming in, Game 4. I guess you want to talk about Game 4 last night? Game 5 last night. What Game 4? So, as we get out of the Today in Sports History into the home court. All right? All things local. Local news and international sport news with Bahamians doing big things locally and abroad. It is the home court, brought to you by Burger King Nassau. And BK reminds you of the mix and match for $11.50. All right? Yes, indeed. Take advantage of that. You can definitely mix and match with Burger King. All right? And they got that 2 for $11.50 mix and match menu going on, which is all good. You got the original chicken sandwich, the Big King, the Big Fish, the 10-piece chicken nuggets. 2 for $11.50. Comes along with fries and soft drink. And it's available for you at your favorite Burger King location for takeout, drive-thru, and delivery with the Craven app. All right? So, no problem. We're going to go to the break right now. And on the flip side of the break, we will continue the sports portion of Talking Heads right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We'll get confirmation from the minister. All right? And we'll have that conversation hopefully coming up on the flip side of the break right here on Guardian Radio Talking Heads.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
The King wants you to take a walk on the tangy side with the all-new Zesty Whopper collection at Burger King Nassau. Enjoy the classic Zesty Whopper with 2 types of cheese, zesty sauce, and crispy onions stacked on 100% flame-grilled beef. Or go zesty on our plant-based Whopper and crispy chicken. All 3 are saucy, crunchy, and full of flavor, and only available at Burger King Nassau. Visit any of our 7 locations and enjoy a Zesty Whopper as a combo or as part of the King's Feast at Burger King Nassau, where taste is king.
When I had got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. It's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. And I have heard from the minister. He just got out of the house, I'm understanding, and he's trying to get here ASAP. So we should still have enough time to have that good conversation with him. That should be coming up in short order. If we do have to reschedule, we will. But right now, we'll continue. And we got to talk about who's in and who's out. All brought to you, of course, by Tropical Gyros, home of the original Bahamian gyros like jerk chicken crack, lobster crack, Kong, the barbecue salmon, the grilled veggies, the famous jerk chicken salad, all right? All that goodness and more waiting on you at Tropical Gyros, all right? Mackey Street and Rosetta right there. They're open until 6, so you got ample time to grab some on the way home. And don't forget now, they're up for a trade offering with Arabic X. So if you're thinking about investing in a great Bahamian franchise, make it Tropical Gyros. Chef Comer's doing a great job with it. It's all G-O-O-D good. And let's talk about who's in and who's out. Like I told you, and I want to hear from you Celtic fans now. I told you Golden State was going to be in 6 games. All right? So at the end of the day, like I said, Golden State in 6. And it's starting to look like Golden State in 6. Okay? So where y'all at today, man? Let me hear from you all. And I give you all your opportunity. Like bipolar against the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. Same way against the Golden State Warriors. Let's see which Celtic team is going to show up. Well, forget about waiting for which Celtic team to show up. I'll tell you, the Golden State Warriors team has shown up the last 2 games. Tied it up, now take the lead, and now they're going to put them out. I think it's lights out. And like I said, Golden State in 6. You was telling me I was crazy. But now look who's poised to be right again. The naughty one. So, what say you? I want to hear from my Celtic Nation, man. Where's Gardner? Where's the rest of y'all? The Celtics look like a little tired last night. They look a little beat down. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Talking Heads.
This your boy, the #1 Chiefs fan in the country, the Big Dog.
What's going on, my brother?
No, you normally write about everything except the Cowboys, but we can talk about that later. Listen, you know where the Celtic Nation is today. They still ain't got no bail from yesterday. So, You know, they lock up, they lock down, they can't come out, they can't talk no more, right? That's the game they're supposed to win, right? Steph can't play, can't hit the side of a barn, and they still lose. So you know it's going to happen next game.
Yeah, I know exactly what I was going to say with Garden in the next game. Like I said, Warriors in 6.
Listen to me. The TD Garden gonna be like a nursery rhyme, okay? Because they gonna have people going ring around the rosy up in there. Ain't nothing happening. They play and the boys gonna close this out. As much as people dog out with Draymond, if you watch the game, watch the passes, watch the screen, watch him making the pass that opens up somebody for the next pass that gets the Steph or gets the Wiggins. You see that these guys they're clicking.
They're playing, and like I told a lot of people, Golden State is one of the adjustments and game to game adjustments, and you saw it last night.
Kerr, you got to remember now, Kerr came up under Phil and Popovich. Okay? Kerr ain't no slouch. And Lute Olson. I mean, you could not find a better trio of coaches from college.
I think Lute Olson was the best one right there at Arizona, to tell you the truth, out of all of them.
Exactly. Lute was a tactician. Right?
He was
he led in 316 with teams that shouldn't even have been there because he was just bad at coaching. So.
Yep. That whole crew with Sean Elliott and a couple of years after Kerr and Sean Elliott, he still had a couple other teams too that actually, went further than a lot of people anticipated or expected.
Exactly. But most of these fellows who put their Celtics on, these dudes that started watching basketball 3 years. They don't know. They don't know nothing.
Now, all right, you made your point about basketball. But I heard you say something about the Cowboys, the Cowboys shade. Remind me who you pulled for again.
I pulled for the Kansas City Chiefs, the original Dallas team. Get it right now. Get it right. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
How you can be our daddy?
We are your okay.
No, you know what the Dallas Cowboys did? They declared themselves independent. Is what they did. Whatever that law is in the states, when you can tell you can't say I'm independent. And they excavated.
He's my boy. Don't make me in the school.
Well, listen, let me ask you a question. If you're a daddy, how come the Dallas Cowboys did so much since arriving in Texas and never did nothing in Kansas City?
Listen to me.
Must be better steak in Texas, eh?
Give them the franchise in Dallas.
You ain't got to give me no history lesson about my Cowboys.
Okay, so have some respect for your elders.
Have some respect for them 5 Super Bowls. And how many y'all got?
Well, you know, hey, in the words of Dave Chappelle, cocaine is a hell of a drug. If I was doped up on cocaine like them, like your Cowboy teams, they should have been 10. You should be mad.
Hold on. You can't knock the Cowboys, man. They won all them Super Bowls, and they was partying all night, and in the White House, and in the strip club, and on the park by 6. I mean, come on, man.
Because like Rick Jones
could you imagine if they didn't do all of that? Could you imagine if they did it?
Them fellas was hot right up. They was hot right up. But no, the Cowboys, listen. You know how it is. If you want to talk Cowboys, you talk ancient history.
Listen.
I'm talking recent history, but you know how that goes.
Yeah, but that's the only time.
I think we play all this year. Don't we play all this year?
Right. So then,
Okay,
why don't you just?
right?
Why don't you?
The game, right?
I don't know if we played this year. I don't think we played.
I think we got y'all this year. I think we played the NFC East this year.
No, we played y'all last year.
We played last year. Well, you get lucky that one because COVID was around, so he couldn't.
No, but listen, let me ask you a question. You see, you like to talk about ancient history, right? Okay, you all have won some recently, but prior to that, what had you all done?
Listen, man, we was in the building.
The biggest thing you all had was poor Joe Delaney drowning in the swimming pool as your major headline.
No man, Derek Thomas. You got to give us Derek Thomas.
No, I ain't gonna do Derek Thomas like that. I did Delaney instead.
You know, I have a signed Derek Thomas picture. I got one from him as a kid.
There you go.
Signed Derek Thomas picture.
I hope you have it up in a proper place.
But listen, that rap away. I got young nieces. I can't afford for them to break that.
All right, I hear that.
Listen, man. This year for football, you got to bring me on. We can sit down. We can talk. We can talk this. I'm ready.
Whenever you're ready, man.
Always.
I mean, I got some Miami Dolphin homers. Why don't I have a Kansas City Chief homer? The more, the merrier.
Listen. The difference is that I am not psychotic. I am not manic depressive, and I am not delusional. So that's why I can't be a Miami Dolphin.
There you go. But listen, let me tell you this, man. Since and I wanted to make this point before you go. I understand too. Your angst, because when you reflect back and made that reference about the Cowboys, you were referring to the '90s Cowboys. That your Kansas City Chiefs had some good opportunity with Montana and a couple other people.
We did, but again, we wasn't playing on a level field. We was playing on grass. They was playing on white snow.
Anyhow, but obviously we knew if we could play on anything. That's how good we are. Snow, sleet, rain, shine, whatever. We was beating you. Anyway, yeah, football season is a must. We'll get you on, all right? Be safe, my brother. Let's go to the next caller right here. Great contribution as always, man. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Naughty, what's going on?
What's going on, Gardner? What's that? I knew I was waiting on you. What's going on?
Hey, boy, go on, man. What happened?
Oh.
You guessed just now. You guessed. Where he is? You get guessed up?
No, I mean, I'm waiting on the minister right now. He's on his way.
I didn't mean to guess. I mean, that was, what's his name? Pearly, right?
No, Pearly ain't on today. Pearly on special assignment. Pearly been off the last 2 days.
All right. What you saying with this?
Well, but you saying, I saying Golden State up 3-2, like I told y'all. Y'all looking all tired now. What's going on?
I don't like to watch the games, you know.
Oh, God. So what happened? Your nerve?
All I need to do is watch the stats.
Oh, your nerve just be on you, so you can't watch the game? That's what you're trying to say? Your
not
nerve
even the highlights.
Oh, Lord.
Not even the podcast, you know.
Oh, man. All that talking, you just look at the box score. For God's sake, God.
Yeah, well, all I need to do is watch the box. I watch the box as the game go on.
You didn't want to watch that last night, because I tell you, boy, Curry was hot last night.
But tell me something. How did the Milwaukee series go?
Well, the Milwaukee series went toward the Miami Heat, but I mean, what's
Milwaukee was up 2 games. I mean, Boston had to win 2 games, right? In a row, right? They win, right?
Ah, you go in there. You think this can happen? Golden State and Milwaukee, buddy.
But look at it, all those games.
They can snuff you all out the next time they play you.
So what the score was last night?
I gotta pull it up because I stopped watching when Steph them was half. I think they beat you up by 10 or 12.
What was the score?
I'll tell you the score right now. Just give me a momentico, and I'll pull it up, buddy.
107.
Last night's score in the NBA. I think y'all scored 107.
No, that's how much Golden State score.
I'm pulling it up right now, man. I want to be absolutely correct. 104-94 last night. 104-94.
All right, 104.
But that shows me. Hold on, that showed me.
That's only 104 points.
Hold on, but that
ain't Golden State.
Hey, wait a minute, though. You want to talk about the Celtics defense, right, Gardner?
No, it ain't. In other words, the 104 points is a lot of defense. That's my point.
Now you're saying there's a lot of defense. Wait a minute, Gardner. You've been beating up your gum about the Celtics defense in particular. Celtics defense is Celtics defense. But if I'm looking at it, the Golden State Warriors been playing defense this whole series. They let up 88 points. They let up 100 points.
Point. Remember when Golden State lost the second game Boston win with Golden State?
All right,
what's that said? See, man, we played enough. We played that our defense was good enough for us to win.
Okay, Gardner, since you like stats, right? Let me give you some stats. The Golden State Warriors lead this series 3-2. Right. In all 3 games that they've won, they've allowed 88, 97, and 94 points. All of them under 100 points, and they've won. And the games they've lost, they've allowed 120 and 116. And they lost those games 120 to 108 and 116 to 100.
That's what.
Now,
the games they won, what they were? Will you say again?
104-94 Warriors, 107-97 Warriors over the Celtics, and the other last win that they had was 107-88.
All right, that's my point. See, in other words, Boston playing good enough defense to win. They just need to score points. That's the difference. So consistently, Boston been playing defense.
Gardner, no matter how you spin it, they're going to beat Golden State in 6 games, like I told you all. I said it, Golden State in 6. Yo, and Pearly was telling me, no, Pearly saying 7. You say Boston. I say Golden State in 6.
That's what you say.
Are we on the eve? Are we on the precipice? Are we on the...
Maybe you got to sing.
All right.
Before you know what it is.
I hear her warming up. You hearing about la, 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 la. She warming up.
But they go like that. Like I say, Boston playing really not
Tommy
defense.
D, they don't want Naughty Thomas to be right before football on this one. And I call it to a T. I say Golden State in 6. They tell me
Jalen Brown ain't come through yet. He ain't do nothing yet.
that don't make me no difference. That only adds my point. I said Golden State in 6, and guess what?
And all the losses, all the wins that Golden State had, the last two, Jalen Brown didn't play up to par. That's not offense.
And then Tatum didn't play up to par the time before.
Tatum doing good now. And he knows it's crunch time. So Jalen Brown just need to do what he do, and Boston will do what they do on the defense.
You're going tomorrow night, man, Gardner.
But what about this baseball thing, man? Remember the guest you had? I mean, the caller you had, he talked about my plight, you know, about the game in the inner city, you know, and Mikey busted them.
You're talking about yesterday's guest, the press secretary, or the secretary general for the BBA?
No, not him. The caller, one caller that called in.
Okay.
Right. You remember him and his issues?
About
pertaining to the game in the inner city.
About how for them to get funded and so on and so forth.
The locker game in the inner city. Remember?
Well, it's the locker game in general, Gardner, because when you look at the big leagues and what I call the big boy leagues here with all the pretty initials and all the hype, they only play 20 to 25 games a season if they're lucky.
Yeah,
just imagine what the underfunded inner city programs got to go through.
They ain't playing nothing.
Exactly, and they need to because there's a lot of talent there that's untapped and hasn't been developed that should be.
And you know now. You know people like to help talk about Freedom Farm and JBLN and what they have done, right? But they fail to say that the guys who brought them to where they are. I'm not talking about the Boros son and Ambi, Ambrister and them.
And don't forget,
I'm talking about people like Ken Hartley, Lionel Ferguson, Brady Murray, and what's the guy? Baltier. Seymour's. You see, these are the guys who did the work. You know, people talk about what's his name? What's the guy from Freedom Farm? Boris. You know, Boris did the management, but the guys who did the work was those same guys who I played ball with from the inner city. You know, remember Ken Hartley and Brady Murray? I played for Brian Royal with Brady Murray Sr., you know. And these guys had pro contracts, remember? Hello?
I'm listening.
Right. So, and I played people like what's his name? P.J. Harlow was on that team as well. You know, people like Joel Brennan. See, we had played those guys. The middle class guys. They came to the inner city to play with us. You understand me? The few of them was from the inner city. And not the inner city, but from them suburban areas. You see, my point is the game has to come out. I mean, I congratulate. You understand me? The guys who in the pros and, you know, the minors and, you know, doing the thing. I congratulate Freedom Farm and JBLN, but I say to them, you know, that they could do more. You understand what I'm saying to you?
I mean, a lot of them, like Gardner, I can be honest with you, a lot of people look at it and they say, okay, they could do more, but they up against it at 7. Even though they got a lot of funding and a lot of support and a lot of sponsorship, they are up against it. And other leagues that are trying to get started and are fledgling, they really up against it. So I think everybody needs to get support.
Where you going, Mount Pleasant? Come on now.
How I say Mount Pleasant?
Mount Pleasant in the Bushman.
But I didn't say Mount Pleasant. When did I say Mount Pleasant?
I know what you said. I thought you said Mount Pleasant.
No, I said Freedom Farm.
Right.
And JBLN.
Right.
Are up against it even though they have funding and sponsorship. So even the fledgling programs that are trying to get started are up against it even more. And they all should get funding. They stipend, if available, to continue developing baseball. I don't know where I said Mount Pleasant. You got ghost in your hand from how Warriors cut spin on the studies. You chasing ghosts now. That's what you're doing. You chasing ghosts. Not too much curry for 3 is what you're hearing.
But you know, man, see, let me show you. Guys like guys, those same guys who in the pros right now, and the minor leagues who've been to the minor leagues, even those who ain't made the majors, right? They need to get them who need to go down in the inner city and create clubs and leagues down there.
Yep, we got.
See the scene. You understand what I'm saying? Until they need to give back in that way, not keep the game up there to them middle class folks. That doesn't do anything, for the masses. You see, and then our government takes our money, our taxpayers' money, vast money, and spend on facilities for those same guys from them private leagues. I could never understand that. I could see it happening, but I don't. They turn a blind eye.
Yeah, that seems to be always the cry there, Gardner. But we got to address it. We got to keep going at it. We got to get the inner city programs involved, get them on par as best we can to create a level playing field. Because at the end of the day, for other reasons, people like to reach out, after the fact to those inner city leagues when it's convenient, But we won't get into the politics of that and the reason why.
And Nutty, that this guy says go in the inner city and practice.
Right.
That's, they go in the inner city and practice, but they won't care the league down there.
But we got to try, make it for all and sundry. We got to have a level playing field, or at least have ample opportunities for people to submit a team or teams in certain leagues.
They need the coaching. They need the coaching. All them guys down there and old timers. That's why I refuse to participate in old timers.
But they need to come out. They need to get involved.
They need to get involved.
But if you're so old veteran, why don't you come out, man? Why don't you come out and get involved, though?
I used to be with Mario Ford now. But politics again. And I guess they try put one name on me and then, just for power.
Yeah, well, text them.
You understand me? Just for power.
All right, I got a text to chime in. Okay, text, now I get clarification about your Game 4. That was when I referred to Game 4 at the 87 series with Magic and, Bird going out at Celtics and Lakers when Magic made the baby hook. Boy, that was a sweet baby hook, eh? You remember that one, Gardner, in 87? In Boston Garden? Magic drives the lane, throws up the baby hook over Parrish, McHale, and Bird, hits it, and then runs to the locker room. Lakers win Game 4. You remember that one? Oh, Gardner gone. Gardner, I got a text at this time then, and it says, Naughty, which Gardner is that? I used to practice with a dude named Gardner at Burma Oil up in the back of C.I. Gibson with Kirkwood and Bristol. Is that the same Gardner? I'm sure he'll chime back in. We'll find out. All right, I just got confirmation from our Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, Mr. Mario Boleg. He did get caught up in the house today, and traffic is horrible, so he will reschedule. Either we will reschedule him for this week on early next week, and we'll definitely have a candid conversation with him. Let's go back to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Nutty, let me give you the story. All right? You remember what's your boy name that did the camp the other day from the baseball camp. I forgot.
Don't blink?
Yeah, you did some camera work with him, Gerard.
Right, Gerard.
Right. I worked with Gerard in that camp. As I was the baseball machine.
Yeah, okay.
Right. And remember I had a cage on.
Right.
Remember I had a cage on.
Right, you the batting cage dude. You the batting cage guy.
Right. I had the cage right down Carmichael Road.
Where the cage is now, man? He's
right. The people who own the property, they suckering. And the thing is, it was a PE teacher, she suckering. So, you understand what I'm saying? You still got the machine? Right. So, I still have the machine. But what I'm saying to you...
You need to talk, man.
What I'm saying to you, right? You see, the school SC McPherson, they used to come to me to work. And I used to give these people, I used to give them free time. I was on my facility.
Right.
I had Freedom Farm come, players come to my facilities. JBL and all these people came to my facilities.
I remember that.
Right. So I didn't depend on Mario them and the politics in there. You understand what I'm saying? Even Mikey Butley, he brought his team to my facility. You understand what I'm saying?
I remember that now. Yeah. So I guess the text wanted to figure out which Gardner that was. That's
right. That's me. You see, so don't mind me. I got love for the game, but the inner city people like me, you understand me, and Mario Ford, and Mikey them, They need help.
Definitely.
They need facilities.
They do.
Mostly, they need batting cages. They don't have. They need diamonds. They don't have. You know, they not have a diamond.
No, they need a lot of work, man. They need to do a lot of things.
Right.
And they need a lot of help getting.
A lot of help. But anyway, thank you, man.
All right, Gardner. Now I know who it is, but we can talk. But I got to talk to you about a batting cage and a machine. I got a 12-year-old team. They need some off-season break. I can be talking to you on a batting cage and them batting machines. Yeah, don't watch nothing. All right? So now we figured out who that is. We're going to take a quick break right here on Talking Heads Guardian Radio. But like I said, we will reschedule with the minister, Mr. Mario Bowleg, the Minister of Youth, Sports, and Culture. We'll try to get him on this week. And if we can't, we'll definitely get him back on early next week. All right? And all right, and we want to shout out Drix Poitier in Jacksonville, Florida, enjoying the show, got it locked and loaded. All right, and that's awesome to hear, man. That is awesome to hear. All right, I'm glad you're over there in Jacksonville. Next time I'm performing at Gigi's over there in Jacksonville, I'll make sure to let you know so you can come get your laugh on with me, all right? Keep it right where you got it. Talking Heads continues right after the break, right here on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
Around the world, Cleveland Clinic is recognized as a leader in healthcare. Our team of experts relentlessly pursues the best for our patients. From groundbreaking cancer research to state-of-the-art heart surgery, life-saving innovations happen here every day. When it's time to travel for your health, it's time to travel to Cleveland Clinic. Your destination for care, for every care in the world. To learn more, visit clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
A local paper in Grand Hawk every Tuesday as a section of the Nassau Guardian. Available at local stores, gas stations, pharmacies, Western Bakery, and Bellevue Gifts. Daily and, of course, on Tuesdays, too. Want to reach your Grand Bahama audience? Then call Barefoot Marketing at 827-4578 or message them for ad rates via their Facebook page. Advertising opportunities now include classified ads, too. Keep up with all the latest Grand Bahama news in the Guardian newspaper every Tuesday.
Wow! KFC just put the wow in your week with the KFC Crazy Tuesday Wow Bucket. Satisfy your crispy fried chicken cravings with 8 pieces of finger-licking good chicken for the wow price of $15. And with KFC Crazy Bundles, you can add all your KFC favorites for more savings. So taste the crunch and take a KFC bite out of life. Be happy. Save at KFC. Only on Tuesdays and only at KFC. KFC Nassau. Crazy wow good.
Down the home stretch we come right here on Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. And yeah, it's a Tuesday night. And of course, like I said, no NBA tonight. You're off tonight with the NBA. You pick it back up tomorrow. I think tomorrow is the next game. And I definitely want to make sure, tomorrow. Thursday, the 16th of June. So it's not tomorrow. It's actually tomorrow's Wednesday. So it's on Thursday, 2 days from now. They got tomorrow off. And then they lace them back up, and it could be the final game on the 16th, on Thursday night. The Warriors get it done. It's over. If not, it continues to Game 7 on Sunday, the 19th. So we'll see where it goes. But like I said, Golden State, to me, looked like they clicked on the switches last night. And they're now into what I call kill mode. They know they got to snuff them out. They don't want to go to Game 7. They want to finish this thing. They got the momentum. They won the last two. Let's see where they go. All right, they're up 3-2 now. And momentum is clearly in their favor. Where am I, Celtic Nation, today, though? You outside of Gardner, but you're all really quiet today. Cat got your tongue. I don't know what happened. All right? At the end of the day, what happened, Celtic Nation? You're all quiet, man. Y'all got it. I want to hear from y'all in the good and the bad times. Wow. Amazing. Sometimes you get just amazing. You'll never figure out the roads around here. Sometimes you got traffic at this time, other times you don't. It's just weird on the outside right now. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, what I can say.
But you're disguising your voices. You called me like you're old people there. Hello, what's going on? What happened, man?
We ain't sure up, like you saying. The defense there, but the offense.
Offense is lacking, and Golden State seems to be stepping up and playing defense, especially the last two games. They won the last two, and they've not allowed 100 in the 3 games they've won. They've kept you all under 100. And last night, your offense looked disconnected and discombobulated.
Mark my word. Golden State is do or die tomorrow.
I already said that. They're in kill mode. They're trying to get rid of you all tomorrow. They don't want to see you all in the Game 7.
No. They better get rid of us tomorrow. If they don't, I go to 7.
We're golfing. Boston, you pull out the leprechauns and put the lid on the rim.
Just how we did Milwaukee.
Boy, I love your optimism, man. You remind me, you and your Celtics are like me and my Cowboys, but you can't tell us too much.
I can't change. It ain't
gonna change. It ain't gonna change neither with me.
I said, hey. Well, anyway, you had your point. LeBron going to the end.
Yeah, but
but the team didn't get no better.
No, I mean, listen, Darvin Ham, what I'm hearing, and just from a distance, just watching, he's predicating everything on defense. Okay, now, if you got a younger squad that plays defense, and you already leaning toward Russell Westbrook, who's probably a good defender, if you could get him to buy in and play, that don't bode well for LeBron. Thus, LeBron rejected now the fact that, hey, I'm not guaranteed to sign my extension. I'm going to mull this over and weigh this out. I hope to God he don't sign the extension with us or with the Lakers. Then I could go back with open arms and try to bring Ja Morant with me.
Boy, he's the nucleus of that team.
Man, I'm telling you, but I'm just saying he's one of the faces of the league. So
that could be the team to watch it for now.
And they're very young. And people don't realize that. And they got good draft picks, and they got opportunity to get better.
What you say about Phoenix?
Oh, that's a house in disarray right now.
But I mean, they can't get...
DeAndre Ayton's out of there. They're going to get rid of him. He's going to get jettisoned out. He's going to sign as a...
Who can get out of there?
DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, you think the defender?
He's going to sign as a free agent and sign elsewhere, or they're going to trade him. And if he's not available to get out of his contract this year and his next year, then he's definitely going to get traded. He's done in Phoenix, man.
I think if the Lakers could get him, that would be a good move.
Man, listen, I heard a trade scenario earlier when they first brought up this LeBron mumbo jumbo, but one was to Phoenix, and I'm hoping that could get rekindled now on the heels of LeBron saying he's not going to sign the extension. That was LeBron to Phoenix for DeAndre Ayton, Cam Johnson, and another pick, and I'm like, that'll work perfect because then you put DeAndre at center. Then AD could play off on power forward the way he wants to play. And then you still got Cam Johnson who could come in and help you at the point situation with Kendrick Nunn. And now you got a platoon there. You got money to re-sign Malik Monk, who did very well for the Lakers. And I think is a priority free agent of ours that we need to sign. And then it leaves you money to go and find players elsewhere around the league who fits the program and doing what we want to do in LA. But obviously with LeBron, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, mind you, the Lakers, I like the Lakers team, with Goldsman and they break that team up. Even that dark fellow who play good defense.
Yep.
They was a little rough. I don't know why they break up the team for Westbrook. But they can't go that way, just keeping Westbrook and what do you name, and LeBron.
Nope, and they got an AD.
They
and
can't go
AD
back
gotta
that
stay
same
healthy.
thing. They got to get rid of something.
They can't go back to that. But I think all signs point to once Westbrook, opts into that $47 million option, they can trade him and that $47 million salary.
Yeah, man.
And get something for it.
Yep.
Hopefully they'll manufacture, maybe a Buddy Hield and a Brogdon from Indiana. That works out well, in my opinion, with the Lakers.
Yeah, Buddy Hield, give him a couple of years.
Yeah,
But anyway.
I think it's urgency. I think it's urgency time now for the Golden State Warriors. I think the pressure's on them to make sure that they get rid of you guys on Thursday night. Because if they don't, I think it's curtains and everybody knows you guys can close it out.
I'm telling you, if they don't.
Now, I mean, you want to talk about what we did real quick before we have eaten up the Chicago Cubs over the last few days, especially the 18-4 debacle. I'm talking about the Yankees now.
Well, the Yankees. Let me
The Yankees are a robust 44-16.
The Yankees are always competitive,
And
For
I just
all
wish.
years, the Yankees always is be up in the running. They be in the playoffs. Yankees are always competitive.
Now, I just want Pearlie to know, because he's not here to chime in, but the Yankees are
Yeah,
actually
no,
7
man.
games
Yankees
better
always up.
than the Dodgers. Yankees
The
are
Yankees-
44-16, best record in all of baseball.
Not only that, the Yankees always up in the running.
And the Mets, surprisingly, the only other 40-game winner. They're 40-22. So hats off to the Mets.
Yeah, but the Mets, they flunk, and they was up like that before.
Yeah, but they caught themselves a little bit, obviously, because they got a 5-game lead over the Braves, 8.5 over the Phillies, 11 over the Marlins, and 17.5 over the Nationals.
Because I can say about the Yankees one of the most consistent teams.
And the Padres, out of nowhere now, are tied with the Dodgers atop the NL West. The Padres, not the Giants, not the Diamondbacks, the Padres.
The Padres. That would be a surprise because they never win that.
Yeah, but
they've been in that league.
They look like they're doing something now, though.
They got the Orioles boy going to them,
Yeah, they spent some money. Houston is leading the AL West,
Yeah.
It's the usual suspects. The Twins are looking
Yankees-
good at 36 and
I
27.
can never say nothing bad about the Yankees. The Yankees always beat their boy.
Yeah.
They always make the playoffs, and they always check it out.
But guess who got off the mat now and catching themselves a little bit, and you got to watch out for them, is them same Boston Red Sox. They're 32 and 29 right now, but they've won 8 out of the last 10, and they're now 12.5 back. And I don't think they catch the Yankees, but now they become a wild card contender because now that they're in striking distance of second place,
Yeah, they're hanging in there. But my boys, I think we going nowhere. We just can't win certain games. I'm an Orioles.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, y'all mired down at 26 and 36. Y'all could be stuck there for a minute.
Yeah.
But I
anyway-
appreciate you calling in, man. Enjoy your night and enjoy
man, I
next
can't let
day.
you say where Boston fellas running,
Yeah,
I hear you
man,
saying
Boston
that.
boy. I got to hear from y'all the same. Maybe when y'all winning, I want to hear from y'all when you buck your toe, But yeah, always good to hear from you guys. And Kirby, boy, I don't know how you see it, man. You think Golden State can wrap it up in this next one, or you think you go in 7? Good. Kirby say Vegas got their hand on the game, so they go in 7. The man got their hand on it, so they go in 7. But we'll see. So a couple of other things before we get out of here. Still, the Florida Marlins doing their thing, and no more like Jazzgate. I think that they've quieted that up. Now they're trying to push other prospects. So I don't know if they're trying to enlighten the public to other prospects. Now I'm starting to think, could these potential rumors be, swirling? It might be true that the Jazz may be, in trade conversations. We'll see. Because bar none, Jazz is definitely the face of the Florida Marlins. He's the premier second baseman in all of baseball. So I'm going to keep an eye on where this is all panning out. Okay? Let's see where this is going. Because, man, Jazz would look good in pinstripes. Man, oh, man, oh, man. So we'll see where it goes. There's smoke there. There is definitely smoke. We'll see if it leads to eventual fire or if it was just more, in-house locker room stuff just leaked out by some disgruntled teammates. Much to do about nothing. We'll see where it ends up. But like I say, when you have those kind of reports, You always want to make sure you clear your name because you don't want to be considered that cancer on the team. And I think it's petty jealousy, to tell you the truth. I think a lot of those guys are ruffled of Jazz's ascension through that organization and the success that he's achieved. Let's go to the phone lines real quick before we get out of here. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? My last call. You got to make it quick.
Yeah. Now, you just called it correct. You're on two things. One is, it's not Florida Marlins. It's Miami Marlins.
Miami, Florida. Listen, it'll always be the San Diego Chargers to me. It'll always be the Washington Redskins to me.
Well, Naughty, you got to be consistent with being accurate concerning your sport.
My brother, how many times they changed the name of Florida to the Marlins, to the Florida Marlins? I mean, sports teams right now, I hardly even want to call them by the last names. I get so upset. I'm still upset over San Diego. You and I both know that's the San Diego Go-Go Superchargers, not the Los Angeles Chargers. Where they go in? Certain things are tradition, like the Redskins. It needs to stay Redskins. What happened to the caller, man? He wasn't finished. He dropped it. Man, call me back, man. I want you to give me part two. So you got me on the Florida Marlins. Now what about part two? But I tell you, you can have a hard time with Washington Redskins and San Diego Chargers with me. I know that the Los Angeles Chargers and the Washington Comrades right now, I'll be calling them the Commies for the rest of the season. But at the end of the day, you know, it's hard. Hopefully this is a caller calling back. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? This you?
Hey, Naughty.
Point number two.
Yes, me. Now, number two was right. Why is we entertaining Gardner, man?
Hey, I let everybody entertain you. They might say,
He ain't got no basketball.
hold on, but they may say Naughty Wise entertain you. So come on now. He's an old school homer. If you want me to tell you something, I entertain Gardner because he reminds me of them old school homers, you know, them fans like Tommy Heinsohn and Johnny Most Celtics. You know what I mean? They can't do no wrong. They always can say they're the best thing since sliced bread. They die hard. You got buttons you could push with them and they get fired up. I mean, I guess that's why I entertain his cause, man. He's a loyal, die-hard Celtic.
I entertain them kind of fellas, because they ain't really got no basketball. Skills, nothing. I even try to tell somebody that Boston only lose because of their offense. And they get beat because of defense. Defense beat them. Anyhow, Naughty.
No, but we said defense, and I made the point that the Golden State, to me, has been the team who stepped up and played better defense.
100 points, that means it ain't got nothing to do with your offense.
It means somebody playing defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, listen, back to your point with the names of Florida and thing. I get your point, you know, bro. But I'm just like old school, like I say, and we got disconnected. Some of them could be hard for me to get off. Like the Redskins, I can still go.
Naughty. You have a blast, man. I only want to touch you on that.
You good, man. Touch me again tomorrow. Sound like your hands full in the back there. So enjoy your night, man. And we'll talk again tomorrow. Text to chime in, Naughty. Show Story, eyeballing Josh right now. Hey, I agree. Listen, great show today. Everybody chiming in. Great stuff, first hour, second hour. And I appreciate Minister Bowleg reaching out to me. We will reschedule. He'll either be on Thursday or Friday of this week or early next week. And we will have that candid conversation, all right? For everybody who chimed in today, great stuff, my talking heads. For my super producer, Kermie D, it's your boy Naughty, man. Have a great Tuesday. And be good, Bahamas. And if you can't be good at it. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Talking Heads.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.